going? Yeah, that's Kim. Kim Rice. Okay, we're going to get going at 7:04 p.m. Today is Monday, July 24th, 2023, and I'm calling this WPCA meeting to order. I will need a motion to approve the minutes of May 22nd, please. Mr. O'Brien, do I have a second? Second by Ms. Sutton. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, we'll call it for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 6-0. Next item on the agenda is going to be the report of the town engineer. We're going to go through the action items. Mr. Casey.
We put out a bid for some replacement and repair of some sewers that we identified during the course of the last 2 years needing urgent attention based on our TV inspection of the piping. And so that bid came in. We had two bidders. The low bidder was Layden Industries for $515,050.80. And we had an alternate in there which we may or may not need, so that that may also, if we needed it or if it was advantageous to do it, that would be an additional $38,630. So we'd like authorization to award that contract to Layden. For both these action items, funding from the capital plan would be funding it. And these are proposed in the capital plan to be funded from the LoSiP entitlement that the town gets. And we just have to check on the eligibility of all the items before we can confirm that that funding, would be appropriate. But if it is appropriate, that's the funding source we would use for these two projects.
Okay, so let's do this then. Whoever would like to make the motion to approve the funding, I would just ask that you state that it would be pending confirmation from the town engineer and finance director's office that LoSiP can be used for all or some of it.
Yes.
Okay. So someone like to make that? Ms. Sutton? Turn your mic on. Yep.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the action items of the sewer repair bid to Layden Industries for $515,050.80 plus an additional $38,630 if required. And in addition, the sewer II-tie and bond
keep
proposal.
that separate. We'll keep that separate.
Okay, keep that separate. So the first item would be to motion to approve the sewer repair bid Layden, or what was the phrase that you wanted me to say?
Pending confirmation from the town from the town engineer's office and finance director that LoSiP funds can be used for all or some of the financing.
As Chris Pia just stated.
Is that okay with Mr. Town Attorney? Thank
Okay.
you. Seconded by Mr. Connor. Thank you. Any discussion on this item?
Just curious through you, Mr. Chair. Can you just talk a little bit about it?
The project? Mm-hmm. Over the last couple of years, we have been doing television inspection of our sewer system, and we identified 4 locations that were priority projects for improvement for the sanitary sewers based on the condition of the sewer. And and it's further described in here if you want the details of where they are and whatnot, but we put out to bid and this was the price we got.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Casey, on to your next item.
And then the next item, similar further investigation into our inflow issues that we have from time to time at the treatment plant. During rainstorms, we know we get inundated with high flows at the treatment plant. And with our new pump station project, we're able to monitor those flows in the system better through the pump stations. And they, determine that some of the pump stations are reacting more than others, primarily Benton Street and Access Road. And then, but in general, the pump stations weren't necessarily the source of the full amount of the inflow. So that's also important because now we know where maybe we shouldn't be looking. Maybe we should be looking at areas that don't go through a pump station. So Time Bond went through the old I&I report that they did, and with this new data, came up with some other areas we should target and do some additional smoke testing. This, of course, is over and above what we've already done in 2 or 3 years ago. So, because we do have this issue, we do know it's an inflow problem, probably more than an infiltration problem as far as the peak flows that are occurring at the treatment plant so quickly, that, we would recommend doing some additional study. Their proposal was an amount not to exceed $80,000.
Gotcha. I'll entertain a motion for approval of the item.
Mr. Chair,
Ms. Sutton?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the item as per the report of the town engineer, action item number 2, which is sewer. I guess that stands for tie and bond proposal of $80,000, pending approval of funding, and
And if you could just add in there, Ms. Sutton, not to exceed 80,000.
not to exceed $80,000.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Connor. Discussion on that. No, that was a successful, what did we do that about 3 years ago, John? The smoke studies? Yeah.
3 or 4.
It was successful, so I agree with it. Keep testing it. Okay, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, motion passes 6-0. Thank you, Mr. Casey. Appreciate it. Mr. Hyde, on to you, sir, for your action item.
Yes, just the one item. The plant influent water sampler is aged, failing, and requires replacement. Hawk, our current test instrument supplier and service contractor, has quoted a replacement cost of $9,000. Our request to WPCA board approve spending up to $9,500 from account equipment service to purchase and install a replacement sampler.
I'll entertain a motion for approval from Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Chair,
Ms. Sutton?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the action item of the purchase and install of replacement plant influent water sampler in the cost of up to $9,500.
Motion by Ms. Sutton. Do I have a second? Seconded by Mr. Connor. Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Motion passes 7-0. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Town Attorney, anything to report tonight, sir? No report. Excellent. We'll move on, and then the next meeting is scheduled for August 28th. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chair, motion to adjourn.
I got Ms. Sutton, Mr. Connor on the second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Thank you very much. Motion passes 7-0.